of our local, our regional and our international viewers wherever you may be, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with ZELISA, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am ZELISA Buduseng Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb, get your pen, get your paper, your phone, so you could write notes and you could store important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. And we try our very best to inform, educate and empower by bringing on strengths who are very competent in their field that can really help you, you know. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Hisham Costello. On behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a terrific day. Today it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday the 27th of February 2024. Can you believe it? We're almost there at the end of this month. But let's not lose the essence of the days that will take us to the end of this wonderful month of February 2024. All right? If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That someone special, not forgetting to, don't take your loved ones for granted and don't take time for granted. It is of essence. You know, I like to say tomorrow is not promised. Let's quickly go to our quote for today that's coming to us with the kind compliments of India in Style Expo, and our quote says, Life will show you different shades at different times. Each shade will give you different experiences. Make sure you learn from all of them. I saw this and I really like it, because life will bring us, of course, different experiences, different seasons. And I'll say this to you, from each one, whether it's a good one or a bad one, learn from it, grow from it, be the best that you can. In life as well, what is important is that sometimes there are people that will come in our lifetime, in our life for a season, and some will only come for that particular season, and then others will be there for a lifetime. And this is life. We can't change that. Yes? So just wanted to share that with you. That beautiful quote came to us with the kind compliments of India in Style Expo. Remember to check them out. They're currently at the Mid-Center Mall in Chaguanas. They're closing on the 3rd of March. So you've only got a couple days to take advantage of all of their deals. Safe and secure parking, wide aisles, fully air conditioned. And what I love is that, you know, all of the attendants, they are there to guide you and help you make the right decisions when you're purchasing those special pieces of clothing that you will, as shoes and accessories and gift items, household items, furniture. It's like a one-stop shop under one roof. And like I said, fully air conditioned. And I want to remind you that India in Style opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas. This is the Fab India now, will be reopening on March the 9th. So for those of you who like to go to the that white dome opposite Medford gas station, they're going to be reopening on the 9th of March. So looking forward to that. All right. Thank you so much. This morning, I'm going to be in conversation with Dr. Nicholas Maraj. Today, he's going to be talking to us about Parkinson's disease. And our program is coming to us with the kind compliments of Synapse Medical Services Limited. Now, there are offices around Trinidad, many different offices around Trinidad. And so to get to Synapse, a lot of people call me and they ask me for the number. We keep sharing the number. It's also going to be on the television screen. But what you would need to do would be to send a WhatsApp message, because they are constantly getting calls. It's difficult to take all the calls at the same time. So what you need to do would be to send a WhatsApp message. Write the number down one time or lock it in on your phone. 367 9368. Synapse Medical Services Limited, 367 9368. Leave a WhatsApp message and someone from the office will return a call. They will speak to you one-on-one. More importantly, they would advise you which office will be most convenient for you in terms of location, where you live, and how, you know, which one would serve you best. All right. So let me tell you a little bit. Synapse Medical Services Limited, with offices around Trinidad. Dr. Nicholas Mirage is the Medical Director of Synapse Medical Services Limited. He is a Fellow of the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh, with Canadian Fellowship training in general and stroke neurology. He is one of the few neurologists we've got in this country. He is a neurologist, trained and certified. He's been practicing for over 10 years, and he's really a wonderful person, very approachable, very humble, very kind, very understanding. My humble suggestion to you is, when you go in to meet with Dr. Mirage, I suggest you carry whatever health, you know, a history of your health, so that he will better understand a list of all the medication that you're on currently, so he could understand if you would have had any other tests before, blood work, whatever it is. You put it in a file and you take it to Dr. Mirage when you get there, all right, which will make life easier. He could understand your history of health concerns, your problems, the medication you're on, and then he could best identify what is the problem that you're having when it comes to your health. So he get to the source, the root of it, in order to tell you what will be best for you and your loved ones, all right? So that's just a little bit that you understand about Dr. Mirage, and of course Synapse Medical Services, with offices, as I said, throughout. The number again is on your television screen, but I will repeat it: 367-9368. That's 367-9368. And all you need to do would be to send a WhatsApp message. This morning, Dr. Mirage is talking to us about something I think that's very important. It's very real, and I can't identify. I think we all would have had the experience or know of somebody with Parkinson's disease. Let's say a very good morning and a very warm welcome to Dr. Nicholas Mirage. Doc, morning.
Good morning, ZELISA. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And you?
Can't complain. It was a lovely, lovely, lovely morning.
It is, isn't it? Just
Yes.
one of those days that the sun is out, a new day to embrace life and let go
Good
of
thanks.
yesterday, right?
Correct.
Let go of yesterday, and today is a new
Plan
day.
for the future.
A plan for the future. I love that. And today is the day that you are going to be new and improved, because it could be the beginning and start of a healthier and happier you. And when you are happy, when you're healthy, even the people around you are happy, because you're in a good mood. You have that positive
It's
energy.
infectious. That
It
positivity is quite
I
infectious.
love that. It's infectious, which is so true, eh?
That's true. Very true. So is negativity. So is decide which one you want to be. I mean, it could be a real Debbie Downer, as they say back in
Yeah,
the States, and it could kind of bring the entire mood down, it bring everybody down. Or you could be a positive person, and that positivity is usually very infectious. It changes the atmosphere in the room. People could feel your energy being different.
Very true. So we're looking forward to a great show as usual, as always. Doc,
Always.
what exactly is Parkinson's disease?
Parkinson's disease is a neurological condition that involves degeneration of a specific part of the brain called the substantia nigra, resulting in a reduction of a hormone in the brain called dopamine. And dopamine is responsible for mobility and for motivation. So patients they become slower, their muscles become stiffer, they get a tremor that's there when they're not doing anything. It's called a resting tremor, and patients develop significant trouble with balance. So it's been around for a very, very long time. The initial person who diagnosed Parkinson's was a paper back in the day called a treatise on the shaking palsy. That's Dr. James Parkinson was the first person to pen that paper many, many, many years ago, and the disease was subsequently named after him.
Right.
What we think of Parkinson's as, or the lay person, they think of anybody who have a shaking disorder as having Parkinson's. By and large, most shaking disorders are not Parkinson's.
Really?
Yeah. So it's shaking stuff.
right.
Tremors. Tremors, the most common tremor is something called an essential tremor. Well, the most common tremor is actually a normal tremor. Everybody has some sort of tremor when they put their hands out.
Okay.
It's exaggerated, yeah. It's exaggerated in certain people who
You're
have...
correct, now
yeah,
that I'm paying attention.
just a little bit. Like,
yeah,
you notice
yeah.
it very,
Okay.
very slightly.
Yeah.
People who consume a bit more caffeine than other people has a bit more shakiness, a bit more jitteriness.
Okay.
Because it causes your adrenaline system to be a bit more kicked into gear. The most common abnormal tremor disorder is something called essential tremor. And that's very different from Parkinson's. It usually runs in families. It's more common in your dominant hand, and it usually happens when you're actually doing something. For example, you're cutting your food, you're trying to take a drink of a cup of coffee, drink of some water, while you're trying to write, while trying to sign your name. That's when the tremor becomes very, very, very prominent. And it gets worse with time, and it usually happens in families. And that's the essential tremor. But Parkinson's isn't that. Parkinson's, you notice the tremor when people are talking to somebody else, and it just happens on its own. And it's a little kind of, we describe it as a pill rolling tremor.
Right.
Just with the tips of the fingers, and your hands could shake like this.
What causes Parkinson's disease?
The truth is, we don't know.
We don't know.
No. We know what happens with Parkinson's. We know the area of the brain that becomes degenerated.
Right.
We know
Wow.
the secondary effects of the degeneration and
Yeah.
all the symptoms that occur with it. But the exact cause of Parkinson's, we're not sure about.
So let's talk about the symptoms.
You could divide it into several categories. There are the motor symptoms and the premotor symptoms that predate Parkinson's. And then there's the neuropsychological symptoms that happen.
Okay.
So the motor symptoms are the tremor that everybody sees. It's a resting tremor that happens when you're at rest, when you're distracted, when your mind is engaged in another activity, when you're walking, when you're not consciously active using the hand. A resting tremor versus an active tremor. There is significant slowing down of the person. So dopamine is responsible for voluntary movement. Less dopamine inside the brain responsible for less voluntary movement. People have this blank facial expression. Their voice quality changes. So like how you have a kind of sing-song voice up and down, the cadence, the prosody changes. People have this monotone voice. Their family members notice it before and like, why this person not singing like the usual previous self? And it's happened for a while. They have this very, very, very blank stare. It's called, the medical term is a mask-like face. They don't blink much. They're very, very non-emotive.
Ah.
Their muscles become stiff because the muscles don't work as much as they used to. People become very slow. They take longer to turn in bed at night.
Oh.
They take longer to put on their clothing.
Yeah.
They take longer to get in and out of the vehicle. When they're in the car for a long period of time, they take the time to come out. They take a lot longer to do all their general activities. The basic thing is people say, Doctor, I'm slowing down.
And they probably identify that thinking, well, because I'm getting older, I'm slowing down.
Correct.
But that's far from the truth.
That is exactly so.
What would be the worst thing that could happen to someone with Parkinson's if not taken care of?
With bad Parkinson's, it gets worse. You have no dopamine inside your system, so you get slower, more progressively slower. Your balance becomes less. You can start to fall.
Oh.
Some people hallucinate.
What?
Yeah. They start getting trouble with the premotor symptoms, so you could lose your sense of smell. You could lose your bowel function, so you become constipated. You get trouble sleeping. Your mood can change, so you can become anxious, so you can become depressed.
Oh.
And your memory could give trouble as well. And when things are really, really, really bad, people can become completely bedbound and not able to function. It can get really bad.
That's not good news.
Oh.
So that's why, if you are looking at this show right now and you are aware that perhaps you are experiencing some of the symptoms that doctors explain, or you know, you identify, hey, this is happening to my mother, or my father, or my sister, or my grandparents, or whomever, the person at work, then you could be the first person to identify,
Most
get
people-
help and identify.
Most people do like to come to treatment for these things because there's some element of shame and it's kind of a macho thing because Parkinson's actually happens more with males.
Why?
Some sort of genetic abnormality.
Okay,
We're not 100%
so
sure.
then you need to look, okay.
And you know, males come to hospital when they're in pain or if their wife bring them there.
Yeah, the wife get too buff and say, well, enough is enough now. And it's
Doctor,
this,
6
yeah.
months this going on for
Yeah,
and thing,
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
No, so they come with that and that's when they come. So it's easy, it makes more sense to come to get this investigated because there are good treatment options and the medication is actually available free on the public health system, so you don't have to worry too much
So it's
about
free.
CDAP.
Excellent. With that, I want to remind you our program is coming to us with the kind compliments of Synapse Medical Services Limited with offices around Trinidad. Telephone 367-9368, 367-9368. Remember, you send a WhatsApp message for concerns or an appointment with Dr. Nicholas Mirage. We continue our conversation on Parkinson's disease when we return. And of course, you know, I always encourage you to call with your questions or concerns or send your WhatsApp messages to 3847142. 3847142. Doc will respond when we return. Stay with us.
Do you have back pain, neck pain, dizziness, blackouts, migraine headaches? Then you need to see us at Synapse Medical Services. Our innovative approach and patient-centered focus ensures that you receive the personalized care needed to fix your muscle weakness, memory trouble, or tingling in your hands or feet. WhatsApp us at 367-9368 or check out our website at www.synapsemedicaltt.com. Synapse Medical Services, building bridges to better outcomes, one connection at a time.
Final extension. No further extensions. The India InStyle Expo at the Dome Mid-Center Mall will be closing on the 3rd of March. Big sale and huge discounts. A few days left. Everything must sell. India InStyle Expo at the Dome at the Mid-Center Mall is definitely closing on the 3rd of March.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind Islamic outfits for male and female. We've got special gift items also available. Join us for iftar every day, also catering the best groom and bridal outfits. Get matching jewelry, footwear, makeup and all that you need. Multi-cuisine food court, reopening on the 9th of March. Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Experience the flavors of authentic Chinese cuisine for a romantic night out or a family dinner. Our newly renovated cozy atmosphere and professional friendly service makes dining with us an unforgettable experience. We have a well-equipped conference room that caters for meetings and corporate events for up to 50 persons. Safe and secure parking. Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Open every day including Sundays and holidays. Book your table today. Give us a call 645-5474 662-4540.
Lifetime Solutions, manufacturer of metal roofing, panels, framing, guttering, and related products. Located lot number 26, Omera Industrial Estate in Arima. Give us a call 646-5813 for further information. Lifetime Solutions. Give us a call today.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunupir. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015 223 Tile.
Welcome back to Conversations with ZELISA. I'm in conversation with Dr. Nicholas Maraj, reminding you that Dr. Nicholas Maraj is the Medical Director of Synapse Medical Services Limited with offices around Trinidad. He is a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh with Canadian Fellowship Training in General and Stroke Neurology. Reminding you that you could WhatsApp 367-9368. That's 367-9368. Now you could call in today on the program at 384-7142, or you could send your WhatsApp messages. I'll read it to Dr. Maraj. Doc, this is coming in from Dr. Mohammed in the United States of America. Good morning. Does this ailment affect one's age over others? What's the latest with medical research?
It affects males more than females. It affects about 1 in every 100 males above the age of 60, which is more common there. There's a lot of research into Parkinson's in terms of medical therapy for treatments, a lot of genetic studies for people who get Parkinson's at a younger age, because certain people do get Parkinson's at a younger age.
At what age? When you say younger?
I've had patients with Parkinson's in their 30s.
30s?
That's usually a very, that's usually a more extreme form of Parkinson's, and it usually happens with people who have a genetic abnormality that predisposes them to Parkinson's. So they can have the PARKIN1 mutation or PARKIN123, so one of the mutations in specific genes that predisposes them. For really bad tremors, there are certain types of surgical operations you could do to the brain to try and get the tremor off. There's a special type of device you can implant into the brain as well, that when you kind of switch it on, the tremor kind of completely goes away.
Is that popular in Trinidad? Have you had?
No, it's super expensive, and we have a couple of people who can do it.
Yeah.
It's much more common in the more developed countries.
Understood.
Because they have the services and the facilities, but we do have a couple of our neurosurgeons down here who can do it. It's just to get the ducks in a row, for want of a better term.
Another question coming in from Dr. Mohammed in the United States of America, and he says, should extra care be taken with patients with this ailment? People should not be afraid to come forward. There's so many people around us suffering the same. The earlier one is diagnosed, the better probability for effective treatment. I do agree with you there, Doc. Do people recover from this ailment?
No, this is not.
It's a good question.
This is a treatable disease. There's no cure for Parkinson's, unfortunately. So it's lifestyle modification, certain types of things. So people with Parkinson's, so there's a lot of movement groups together that advocate for patients with Parkinson's, that do a lot of group therapies, dancing, bike riding.
And that might help.
It does. It's
Great.
increased socialization.
Yeah.
Is increased mobility.
Yeah.
There's different parts of our brain that work a bit better for actual conscious thoughts versus fluid motions like
Yeah.
dancing.
Okay.
It might recruit different nodes in the brain for that. Like have somebody else there.
Good morning, ZELISA. I lost my brother to Parkinson's disease 1 year ago. It was hard to see end-stage Parkinson's. He went in a deep depression. I took care of him. It was very emotional. He was 72 years old. Accept our sympathy.
Yeah, it's be hard, and it's be very hard on caregivers.
Yeah, and more so her brother, and seeing him from one stage to the next. That's heartbreaking, yeah? When you know somebody, and I could relate to that, because when you know someone who's very active and ambitious and successful and moving around, and the person that takes care and see them from that stage to becoming independent to becoming dependent, it's very, very sad.
It's super
Very sad. Let's see. Okay. Let's go. Good morning. Great. You're a gift from God. That's coming in from the United States of America as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, 3847142. You could call in with your questions, your concerns, your comments. You know, if you could speak to Doc one-on-one when you're calling. And please remember, please take the volume down on your television, speak into the phone, listen into the phone when Doc is responding as well. 3847142. Any special diet? Because we spoke about doing aerobics or swimming or cycling, dancing, which I think, you know, I think now you could stay in your home and listen to good music and dance.
Sure.
I do it all the time. Yeah, I do it all the time with my daughter. We just dance and have a great time. It's good exercise. It's a good way of, you know, just lightening the mood kind of thing.
Sure.
And it keeps your adrenaline going. It keeps you,
100%.
in terms of exercise. So, in terms of diet,
there is no specific diet for Parkinson's, to be honest.
what about foods that we should keep? Those with that, nothing. But
it's not like that, unfortunately.
understood.
We do. A couple of our bosses had come down here and were interested in trying to do, because the Parkinson's that we have in the Caribbean is actually different from the Parkinson's I used to see up in Canada. It's a bit worse, to be honest.
Here?
Down here. Yeah.
in Trinidad, well, in the Caribbean.
Well, in the Caribbean.
Why, Doc?
We don't know. So they were interested in like they were worried about like maybe something was in food, maybe something in our diet, maybe something in our genetics that just accumulated over time. They're going to do some research on, like, maybe I don't want to say the fruits, because none of the research had ever come out and nothing had ever proved anything, but they were interested in that.
Okay, to that person, 3847142. Off air, I did mention to you that, and it's not, because we talk about health on the show as well, and what we should eat and do things in moderation. I did mention to you that the Minister of Health, Minister Dale Singh, I applaud him for standing up, standing firm and saying, for that. Eat healthy, because for the longest while we've been saying that the authorities need to come out and educate the public. So coming out, I think he got bashed by a couple of people, but sir, I applaud you. I wish you could come out a little more often and educate the public. Stand up as the Minister of Health and say, he's correct. Yeah. Eat healthy, eat in moderation. Be smart about the choices and decisions you make, the food you purchase, where you purchase the food from, how many times you're having it, things like that. Be mindful. Let's also understand that we are also responsible for the food, our children acquiring the right taste for fruits and vegetables at a young age. So when they're 6 or 7 and they spit it out, you do question why they're doing it. It's because you didn't give it to them before they acquired the taste. We
have a big, the chronic diseases, the lifestyle diseases, like very, very, very high in Trinidad. The incidence of diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, and all those things will lead to cardiovascular disease, strokes, kidney failure, bleeding in the eyes, and all those things have negative consequences in the long run. So that is the paramount importance. It's expensive to eat healthy, but it's cheap to eat the bad stuff, which is just not.
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
Doc, penny wise, pound stupid, because you're eating unhealthy and then you have to find money to go to proper doctors. That's the God's truth and for medication and whatever. So you may as well try your very best to make wise choices, healthier choices. And you know, we kind of tend to say, well, it's kind of more money and expensive. Well, yeah, if you go out and you want to buy a salad, it might be more than a normal meal, right? But the point is, you could still go to the market and buy your fruits and vegetables and cook home, and it's not that expensive. So let's stop making excuses. If you can't afford romaine lettuce, eat the local lettuce. What is the difference, Doc? Have your cucumbers, have your, you know, to this person, you'll have to call back after this break. So let's go to these important messages. Let me remind you that our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Synapse Medical Services Limited with offices around Trinidad. WhatsApp 367-9368, 367-9368. Please make that call. Be the new and improved you, the healthier and happier you. You are responsible for you. Love you. Let's go to these messages.
Do you have back pain, neck pain, dizziness, blackouts, migraine headaches? Then you need to see us at Synapse Medical Services. Our innovative approach and patient-centered focus ensures that you receive the personalized care needed to fix your muscle weakness, memory trouble, or tingling in your hands or feet. WhatsApp us at 367-9368 or check out our website at www.synapsemedicaltt.com. Synapse Medical Services, building bridges to better outcomes, one connection at a time.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Looking for the best in educational supplies? Then come on down to Charon's Bookstore, the trusted name in everything back to school, from uniforms, textbooks, school accessories, stationery, and much more. Our dedicated team is committed in providing the highest quality in customer service. Visit us at number 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, Trincity Mall, Trincity, number 24 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, and number 10 Diego Martin, 4 Roads, Diego Martin. Call us at 235-5811.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Welcome back to Conversations with ZELISA. I'm ZELISA. I'm having a conversation this morning with no stranger, Dr. Nicholas Maraj, neurologist. He is the medical director of Synapse Medical Services with offices around Trinidad, right? Telephone, WhatsApp please, 367-9368, 367-9368. A gentle reminder, Dr. Nicholas Maraj is the Medical Director of Synapse Medical Services Limited. He is a Fellow of the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh with Canadian Fellowship training in general and stroke neurology. He is a neurologist And he's been practicing for over 10 years, as I indicated. Good day, Doc. What is your view on infrared light treatment for Parkinson's? Good question.
It's a good question. The studies on it aren't very established. Some people do it. It's just what is the necessary quantity? Was the infrared wavelength you're actually using? Was the duration of the exposure? Those treatment modalities, they're not very set in stone right now. You could use it as an adjunct to the other medication and lifestyle changes for those patients who have Parkinson's, but we don't know exactly how much is help, how much a day you're going to spend under the UV light, how much money you're going to be spending to be under one of those things. So the cost to benefit ratio, and the verdict is still out on that, to just best say it.
I think prevention is better than cure. So if you, as you are saying, you are the expert here, that in terms of studies and whatever, then get professional and right help rather than just, you know.
The data on it isn't it's not a slam dunk with respect to yes, do this for sure. Lots of people with Parkinson's, they grasp at straws to do a lot of, because they try to do so many different things. They read so much research, and they spend a lot of money trying to get better help.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of avoid that for now.
Please listen to what Doc is saying. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, morning.
Good morning to the panel. How is everyone?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
I'm not sure what the topic is because I just turned on the television, but there's a burning question that I want to ask. Can I go ahead?
Sure.
Sure.
Doctor, I have been hearing a lot of bad reports of people going to the eye clinic in the hospital. Does your place offer treatment for your eyes?
Unfortunately, no. We do neurological stuff, but for there's certain neurological disorders that affect the eye. So like raised pressure in the brain, we can evaluate that. But if we find a problem with, like if you have cataracts or glaucoma or something like that, because we can evaluate those, we could direct you to the appropriate eye specialists who would be better adept at treating the disorder that we find.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Good. 384-714-238 714-2. To that other person wanted to know about your location. You're very welcome. And just to remind you that locations are around Trinidad.
Yep.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, ZELISA. How are you?
I'm fine,
I'm
thank
fine.
you,
How are
darling.
you?
And good morning to your guest, Doctor.
Good morning.
Doctor,
Good morning.
my question, is it possible that I take a protein drink being a diabetic for 15 and a half years? Thank you.
Thanks so much for the
You're
question.
welcome, Doc.
It all depends on what the protein drink is, what's the concentration of sugar in the drink, what's the point of you taking the drink for. Is it to supplement your protein intake for what particular purpose? Are you using it to build muscle? How's your diabetic control right now? The biggest thing is how much sugar that protein shake or protein meal does have in it, because that could spike your sugar unnecessarily and cause some trouble.
So that one question, and with your answer, it led to so many other questions in terms of, and us always saying to you, the importance of finding out, having proper knowledge from somebody who's competent, trained, and certified in their field. What are you going to intake into your body, especially when you have health concerns, because it could be a plus or a negative for you.
Correct.
So please get proper, and you realize it's not just about yes or no, you could take it. There's so many other questions that Doc asked in order, and he still didn't say yes or no, to say to you, yes, you should, you could, or you shouldn't. So that's why we need to investigate and we need to understand. Just don't go buy something off the shelf, or because your neighbor, because your sister, or your brother, or whomever, or somebody you meet in a taxi, say whatever. Don't, and it happens. So please get proper advice, you know, before you choose to start something. Many reasons.
Very good.
Yeah, and protein drinks, that is something. I see even my director's taking, and I was wondering, and I think he's doing it, I think, to build muscle.
Right.
But
so it all depends on what you're doing
what it is, yeah.
You can't just be taking a protein shake and not exercising.
Right.
Because then it just kind of work itself out of your system. Which protein drink you're taking, when you're taking it in relation to doing your exercise, what's the concentration of the other constituents, if it's just protein, what's the sugar content, what's the carbohydrate content, if you're using it to build lean muscle, if you're using it to build mass, because some of those will be higher density of caloric intake, and some will be more for lean muscle, so it really does depend what you're trying to do, and you really should see a specific, if depending on what you want to do, you need to see somebody specifically geared for that, to try and save your time, save your money, and save your energy.
Exactly, and whatever side effects and things like that.
Sure.
Dr. Mohammed from the States, does the University of the West Indies have any ongoing research regarding this ailment? If yes, great. If not, why not? Perhaps a great question for the Minister of Health, Mr. Dayal Singh. Well, yes.
With regards to active studies going on in terms of Parkinson's down here, I think we were working on getting a registry in terms of who has Parkinson's, what's the demographics, number of patients, so that could help us form policies and determine treatment goals. Like, so we are working on that in terms of the other things.
So, Doc, that hasn't been
we don't have registries for a lot of diseases, for a lot of diseases.
This is the year 2024, and we don't have documentation or no sort of statistics or nothing in place for this and other.
We have a couple, but so what you do, so like our registries are very all-encompassing type of thing. But you can do, we've had small studies on like very small numbers of patients. So like, who's been treated with certain types of Parkinson's medications, who do a little bit better, and those sorts of things. But to get an all-encompassing registry is like a big, massive time and energy.
Today, Dr. Murad is talking to us about Parkinson's disease. It's something that, with early detection, as you indicated,
helps you manage it a lot better.
Helps you to manage it. It's one of the things that he can help you with. So reminding you that Synapse Medical Services in Trinidad, with offices around Trinidad, you can send your WhatsApp 367-9368, 367-9368, 367-9368, that's to get an appointment. Send that and someone will respond. Today, Doc is talking to us about Parkinson's disease.
Correct.
If you may have any questions, any concerns, yourself, family members, your co-workers, friends, then you can call us live now, or you could send a WhatsApp message. Doc will respond to 384-7142. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'd like to find out if you have some signs of Parkinson's disease. Is it safe to do a knee replacement?
I'm not sure what question
was there. So I need you to speak up, but I believe you asked if somebody has Parkinson's disease, if they could do a knee replacement. Was that your question? Was that your question?
Is it safe to do that?
If it's safe to do a knee replacement if the person has Parkinson's disease.
Well, just a question like that is very dependent on the individual person. So Parkinson's itself does not necessarily procure you from having or prohibit you from having a knee replacement surgery. But if you have complications of Parkinson's that could lead to problems, for example, if you're diabetic, if you have some heart trouble, if you have high blood pressure, those can affect the healing process, the type of surgery,
Yeah.
the anesthesia that you use to put you out.
So that's important. You're very correct. So again, you would have to, it's not just a question that could be answered yes or no. Doc will have to know details, go through your medical, your history, exactly what, what are your health concerns and things like that in order to determine yes it is or no it's not. So my suggestion is if you are going to do that, it's a question that you should ask your doctor, or you're free to see doctor one-on-one. He would perhaps look at your medicals and then determine. All right?
Okay.
All the best, darling. Thanks for looking at the show. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. 3847-142, 3847-142. When we return, our program reminding you that you could send, a WhatsApp message to 367-9368, Synapse Medical Services with offices around Trinidad. If you want to make an appointment to meet with Dr. Nicholas Miraj, neurologist, then you can WhatsApp 367-9368. Let's go to these messages. Stay with us.
Do you have back pain, neck pain, dizziness, blackouts, migraine headaches? Then you need to see us at Synapse Medical Services. Our innovative approach and patient-centered focus ensures that you receive the personalized care needed to fix your muscle weakness, memory trouble, or tingling in your hands or feet. WhatsApp us at 367-9368 or check out our website at www.synapsemedicaltt.com. Synapse Medical Services, building bridges to better outcomes, one connection at a time.
Final extension. No further extensions. The India In Style Expo at the Dome Mid-Center Mall will be closing on the 3rd of March. Big sale and huge discounts. A few days left. Everything must sell. India In Style Expo at the Dome at the Mid-Center Mall is definitely closing on the 3rd of March.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind Islamic outfits for male and female. We've got special gift items also available. Join us for iftar every day, also catering the best groom and bridal outfits. Get matching jewelry, footwear, makeup and all that you need. Multi-cuisine food court, reopening on the 9th of March. Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Experience the flavors of authentic Chinese cuisine for a romantic night out or a family dinner. Our newly renovated cozy atmosphere and professional friendly service makes dining with us an unforgettable experience. We have a well-equipped conference room that caters for meetings and corporate events for up to 50 persons. Safe and secure parking. Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Open every day including Sundays and holidays. Book your table today. Give us a call 645-5474 662-4540. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Welcome back to Conversations with ZELISA, in conversation with neurologist Dr. Nicholas Maraj, who is the Medical Director of Synapse Medical Services Limited. He's a fellow at the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh with Canadian Fellowship Training in General Stroke Neurology. And reminding you, office to get Doc would be 367-9368. 367-9368. Send your WhatsApp messages. Doc, does Doc treat agraphia has lost writing ability only?
Yes, agraphia is a complex neurological phenomenon. Is dependent on the dominant side of your brain. It could be due to a small stroke, a tumor, or another space-occupying type of lesion in the brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. So to that person, yes. Remember to send your WhatsApp 367-9368. Good morning and welcome. Hello.
Hello. Good day. Hi.
So, hello. All right. So remember, you need to take the volume down on your television first. All right. What part? This is from the United States of America, Florida, to be exact. Good morning to that lovely person in Florida.
Good morning.
What part alcohol plays in one's life with tremors in the hands? Thank you, and the wonderful doctor. Great information. Again, blessings and great job to you and the doctor. Doc, alcohol.
Alcohol and tremors, so that's it's multifactorial. So if it's chronic alcohol abuse, that could cause cerebellar degeneration, and that could lead to a tremor. It could cause a peripheral neuropathy, which could affect your nerves as well.
Yeah.
Alcohol withdrawal leads to tremors. So people who've been chronically alcoholic for a period of time and stop, they can go into alcohol withdrawal. It can lead to shakes, and it can lead to seizures.
Right.
Certain patients who have the essential tremor, the familial tremor disorder,
right,
alcohol could actually make that a little bit better.
What?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Welcome.
Hi, good day.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Somebody gave me this number to call. So I just calling to find out, like, where this place is and how could I find it?
Okay, do you know what you're calling about? We're speaking with Dr. Nicholas Maraj. He's a neurologist, and we're talking about Parkinson's disease. Is it about that, ma'am?
Talking about?
Parkinson's disease.
No.
All right, have a good day. Okay, 3847142 people are being informed. Listen, because it's important to learn what we are not aware of. Thank you to this person as well. And it's true, it's great information. It's great information. 3847142. Questions, concerns, comments to Dr. Nicholas Maraj, neurologist. And of course, you could call in as well. Just remember, when you call, please take the volume down on your television. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to you too. I just wanted to find out if doctor see about your chest. I get a little heaviness on my chest. Kind of, it's not a pain. I don't know if it's gas or whatever, but a heavy feeling. I'm planning to come to see him, you know, and I get a dizziness. So I don't know if he can help with that.
Dizziness, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
You see that dizziness, you need to check it. All right, so.
For sure, we check that out.
367-9368. Send a WhatsApp there, okay, darling?
Yes, darling.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Thanks for looking at the show, and please get help. Don't just say it. You need to do it and get help. So, okay, let me go to these. Pleasant morning to all. What
Good morning.
effect does trauma like an air condition hitting one's neck plenty regarding Parkinson's disease? I feel this person is trying to say if the air condition vent is directed to your
That's usually
opposite
make
effect.
sense.
Yeah.
It can't be the air condition machine.
morning,
hitting
everyone.
it.
Morning.
Good morning.
I just want to ask this doctor one question.
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, sir. What's your question, darling? Quickly.
I have a kneecap giving real problems, and I took cortisone injection, and I'm still having a lot of problems. I want to know if I have to continue to take more. I can't do that surgery now. I am 86 years old. They're having a lot of pain with it. And I see you have a picture on the picture with the bone separate. So I want to know if I could come and see him, or if he could tell me, what,
Well, he can't tell you over the phone.
But I real good, eh?
You're sounding good.
Sounding good for 86.
You're sounding good for 86. But I'll tell you this.
I'm not good. I just can't walk good.
Okay,
and I'm having pain sometimes. I have a lot of pain.
Okay.
But I'm living on paracetamol.
All right, so don't call any drug names, and I should have said that at the beginning. It's not, we don't call any names of any drugs, but my suggestion is that you send a WhatsApp message to 367-9368. Take all of your documents or whatever in terms of your health, your medication to doc, and he will advise you accordingly. All right?
All right, thank you.
You're
Most welcome.
Be
Have a
good,
good
darling.
day.
You're sounding
Bye-bye.
real good for 86. I feel nice.
She does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah. So, the air condition, right, the breeze on the air condition, right? That's what this person is saying as well. 3847142 questions, concerns, comments. Okay, let's take this last call. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Could you tell me what's the difference between a nervous breakdown and Parkinson's?
Okay, good question. Thank you.
question.
Listen on your television now, please.
Parkinson's is a chronic degenerative neurological condition that will cause slowing down, stiffness of the muscles, and shaking. And nervous breakdown is the old colloquial type of term that we use to describe maybe somebody who's had a brief psychotic episode, acute neurological disturbance. And there are two different types of things. Parkinson's is not necessarily result from any of those things. Acute psychotic disturbance could have many causes. It could be encephalitis, it could be psychological trauma, it could be neurological trauma, it could be many different causes. So they're two completely different disease entities.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. With that, Doc, we've got to wrap things up. Lots of questions are coming in. Doc will be back with us, with the grace of God, next week. Your closing comments, Doc?
Common, very common. Parkinson's is very common above the age of 60, more common in males. All shaking is not Parkinson's. I think that's the biggest take-home message here. If you do have a shaking disorder or a tremor disorder, just send us a message. We could come, you can come and we'll evaluate you, help you know if this is Parkinson's, and we could treat it accordingly. If it's not Parkinson's and it's one of the other tremor disorders, we could treat those accordingly as well. I think that's the biggest take-home message there. Not all shaking is Parkinson's.
That's very kind and honest of you. So you don't be alarmed, you don't be afraid. But the most important thing is you get to the bottom of it, which is to the root of your problem. And so once Doc would identify what exactly is the problem, then he could find a solution to that health concern. Doc, again, our heartfelt thanks and gratitude. I know that, you spread yourself, you try your very best.
I try.
And may God continue to protect you, keep you safe. May that bright light shine in your path. We'll see you with the grace of God next week.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Thanks,
Take care
Doc.
for the week. All the best to everybody.
I'm always enriched after your program because there's so much that I learn as a person in terms of health and better decisions and choices. So thanks again from all of us for the great information. For those near and far, thank you, Doc.
Take care.
This
Bye
is
bye.
where we've got to wrap things up. Again, it's Synapse Medical Services Limited. Let me remind you, their offices around Trinidad. You don't call because you'll call, nobody will answer. So you have to send a WhatsApp message to 367-9368, 367-9368. All right? Keep smiling, be positive, always know the best is yet to come. And here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Respect the law of the land, be kind, be courteous, have yourselves an awesome day. Thanks for choosing us. I am ZELISA Voodoo Singh Rupani.